Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to continue with some Christmassy tales. This is a classic, The Mahogany Tree. Christmas is here, winds whistle shrill, icy and chill. Little care we, little we fear, weather without, sheltered about. The mahogany tree. Once on the boughs birds of rare plume sang in its bloom. Night birds are we, here we carouse, singing like them, perched round the stem of the jolly old tree. Here let us sport, boys, as we sit, laughter and wit flashing so free. Life is but short when we are gone. Let them sing on round the old tree. Evenings we knew, happy as this, faces we miss, pleasant to see, kind hearts and true, gentle and just. Peace to your dust. We sing round the tree. Cure like a dun lurks at the gate. Let the dog wait, happy we'll be. Drink every one, pile up the coals, fill the red bowls round the old tree. Drain we the cup. Friend, art afraid? Spirits are laid in the Red Sea. Mantle it up, empty it yet. Let us forget round the old tree. Sorrows be gone, life and its ills, duns and the bells, bid we to flee. Come with the dawn, blue devil sprite, leave us tonight round the old tree. And the next one is another classic. They are old, but they are classics. Christmas Day. How will it dawn, the coming Christmas Day? A northern Christmas, much as painters love, and kinsfolk shaking hands but once a year, and dames who tell old legends by the fire, red sun, blue sky, white snow and pearled ice, keen ringing air, which sets the blood on fire, and makes the old man merry with the young. Through the short sunshine, through the longer night, O southern Christmas, dark and dank with mist, and heavy with the scent of steaming leaves, and rosebuds mouldering on the dripping porch, one twilight without rise or set of sun, till beetles drone along the hollow lane, and round the leafless hawthorns, flitting bats hawk the pale moths of winter, welcome them at best, the flying gleam, the flying shower, the rain pools glittering on the long white roads, and shadows sweeping on from down to down before the salt Atlantic gale yet come. In whatsoever garb, or gay or sad, come fair, come foul, 'twill still be Christmas Day. How will it dawn, the coming Christmas Day? To sailors lounging on the lonely deck beneath the rushing trade wind, or to him who by some noisome harbour of the East watches swart arms roll down the precious bales, spoils of the tropic forests year by year, amid the din of heathen voices groaning, himself half heathen. How to those brave hearts who toil with laden loins and sink in stride beside the bitter wells of treeless sands, toward the peaks which flood the ancient Nile to free a tyrant's captives? How to those new patriarchs of the new-found underworld, who stand like Jacob on the virgin lawns and count their flocks increase. To them that day shall dawning glory and celestial blaze of full midsummer sun, to them that morn. Gay flowers beneath their feet, gay birds aloft, shall tell of naught but summer. But to them fire yet, unwarned by carol or by chime, they spring into the saddle. Thrills may come from the great heart of Christendom, which beats round all the worlds, and gracious thoughts of youth, of steadfast folk who worship God at home, of wise words learnt beside their mother's knee, of innocent faces upturned once again in awe and joy to listen to the tale of God made man and in the manger laid, may softly purify and raise the soul from selfish cares and growing lust of gain and phantoms of this dream which some call life, toward the eternal facts. For here or there, summer or winter, 'twill be Christmas Day, blessed day, which I remind you year by year what 'tis to be a man, to curb and spurn the tyrant in us, that ignoble self, which boasts, not loathes, its likeness to the brute, and owns no good save ease, no ill save pain, no purpose save its share in that wild war, in which, through countless ages, living things compete in internecine greed. Ah, God, are we as creeping things which have no Lord, that we are brutes, great God, we know too well. Epis daintier featured, silly birds who flaunt their plumes, unheeding of the foulest step, spiders who catch with paper, not with webs, tigers who slay with cannon and sharp steel instead of teeth and claws. All these we are. Are we no more than these, save in degree? No more than these, and born but to compete, to envy and devour like beast or herb. Mere fools of nature, puppets of strong lust, taking the sword to perish with the sword upon the universal battlefield. Even as the things upon the moor outside, the heath eats up green grass and delicate flowers, the pine eats up the heath, the grub the pine, the finch the grub, the hawk the silly finch, and man, the mightiest of all beasts of prey, eats what he lists. The strong eat up the weak, the many eat the few. Great nations, small, and he who cometh in the name of all, the greediest triumphs by the greed of all, and armed by his own victims eats up all, while ever out of the eternal heavens looks patient down the great magnanimous God, who, maker of all worlds, did sacrifice all to himself, nay, but to himself to one who taught mankind on that first Christmas day what was to be a man, to give and take, to serve not rule, to nourish not devour, to help not crush, if need, to die not live. O blessed day, which gives the eternal lie to self and sense and all the brute within. O come to us amid this war of life, to haul and hovel, come to hall or toil, in senate, shop or study, and to those who, sundered by the wastes of half a world, ill-warned and sorely tempted, ever face nature's brute powers, and men unmanned to brutes, come to them, blessed and blessing Christmas Day. Tell them once more the tale of Bethlehem, the kneeling shepherds, and the babe divine, and keep them men indeed fair Christmas Day. That is a very old Christian one, or Catholic, however, doesn't matter, either. The next one's called Christmas Fancies. When Christmas bells are swinging above the fields of snow, we hear sweet voices ringing from the lands of long ago, and etched on vacant places are oft-forgotten faces of friends we used to cherish and loves we used to know. When Christmas bells are swinging above the fields of snow, uprising from the ocean of the present surging near, we see with strange emotion that is not free from fear. That continent, Elysian, long vanished from our vision, you slowly lost, Atlantis, so mourned for and so dear, uprising from the ocean of the present surging near, when gloomy grey Decembers are roused to Christmas mirth, the dullest life remembers there once was joy on earth, and draws from youth's recesses some memory it possesses, and gazing through the lens of time exaggerates its worth, when gloomy grey December is roused to Christmas mirth, when hanging up the holly or mistletoe, I was, each heart recalls some folly that lit the world with bliss. Not all the seers and sages, with wisdom of the ages, can give the mind such pleasure or memories of that kiss. When hanging up the holly or mistletoe, I whiz. For life was made of loving, and love alone repays, as passing years are proving for all of time's sad ways. There lies a sting in pleasure, and fame gives shallow measure, and wealth is but a phantom that mocks the restless days. For life was made for loving, and only loving pays. When Christmas bells are pelting the air with silver chimes, and silences are melting to soft, melodious rhyme. Let love, the world's beginning, end fear and hate and sinning. Let love, the God eternal, be worshipped in all climes. When Christmas bells are pelting in the air with silver chimes. And those three they are very Christian based, Catholic based, I know that. But you have to remember I was brought up very old fashioned, very old Catholic. Those are things that I would have had read to me as a child. So I'm just sharing them, that's all. Thank you for listening. Many blessings.